Hi, welcome to Wandering into the Woods, a podcast brought to you by the creators of Adventures with BG. I'm Linda,
And this is Jarrett.
and today we have a special guest joining us to talk about our Scream Hollow experience, my brother-in-law, Jack Morgan.
Hi, I'm Jack. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you here, Jack.
Thank you for joining us. And so today we're all getting together to talk about our experience at Scream Hollow in the middle of October. We happened to go on a Saturday night. So before we dive into our experience, Jared and I will share the basics as far as ticket details and hours of availability, etc., with you. So to get started, let's see. So Scream Hollow is open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. It is, according to its website, it is located 31 miles east of downtown Austin.
Yeah, it's in Bastrop. Really Smithville, but for anyone in the area will know it as Bastrop.
Right. And actually the address, I don't have it here right away, but it does. Okay, so it's 149C Split Rail Lane, Smithville, Texas. And yeah, you can get your tickets there. So this is how the tickets work. You can get the tickets just to see the band, which would cost you $6. It seems to be a decent band. They do a lot of cover songs and originals as well.
And they get like a new band every weekend, so you're not going to see the same person.
Oh, okay. I wasn't aware of that. But yeah, you can pay $6 just to see the band. You can also have the option of doing one ticket and just...
When you say one ticket, you mean one attraction or haunted house, right?
You're right. Okay, thank you for covering that. So you have the option of buying your own sole ticket, individual ticket. You also have the option of buying something called a wolf pack.
Well, you have the option of buying 1 through 5 attractions on a ticket.
I'm about to go into that. So you can buy the tickets just for yourself, or you can buy them for an entire group. Your options as an individual are to buy a ticket for just one haunted house, or to buy the entrance to 5 haunted houses. And the prices will vary according to what you want to do. So if I'm one person and I only want to see the band, it would be $6. If I'm one person and I only want to pay for one ticket, but I want to go on a Thursday or Friday, then I would pay $21.95. If I'm one person and I want to go on a Saturday night and I only want to see one haunted house, and that gives me access to see the band as well, that would be $31.95. If I only want to go, but say I want to go with, I want to see all the houses. I'm one person, I want to see the 5 haunted attractions and the band. That would be a Thursday or Friday ticket. That would cost me $32.95. If I'm one person, but I want to go on a Saturday and I want to see the 5 haunted houses attractions, then I would pay $39.95. If it's a Sunday night, and I want to see, which is the family night, and I want to see the 5 haunted houses, then that would cost me $24.95. Then there's the Wolfpack special, which is a special in which you get tickets for 4 individuals to see the entire haunted attractions, and you can use that any of those nights. It's already sold out though. As a group, for 4 tickets, you would have paid $119. Finally, they have a pitch dark experience coming up on November 5th through 6th. And for that, you'll be able to see 5 haunted houses during the pitch dark environment. And that will cost you $29.95 per individual. So those are the pricing options.
And parking's free. So a lot of places make you pay for parking, but not here at Scream Hollow.
Right. And so you just have to make sure that you're committed to making the drive out there. And drinks, they seem to have 2 or 3 places where you could buy snacks or drinks. The beverages are usually, I saw mostly canned or like tap beer. What did you all see?
It's all cans or bottles.
Yeah. Okay. So all cans or bottles. And you can get funnel cakes or fried treats. If you get them on time, they might run out through the night. So probably the sooner you get them, the better. So that covers the basics. And now let's dive into the haunting, what we did that day. So when we arrived, Jared and I hung out with Sierra and Jack.
Mm-hmm.
As we waited for our other friends to arrive. It was a dirt parking lot. They do have attendants directing you where to go.
Kind of.
Yeah,
kind of.
Well, yeah. So yeah, because there was a sign for us, right, Jared? We
Yeah.
followed the sign.
You went through the people's like yards.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
what we did
the
too.
parking lot is a mix of like a parking lot and just open fields next to people's houses because
Right.
it's country, so it's a little bit spread out. But yeah, so that's where you're going to be parking, either real close to Scream Hollow if you're early, or if you're later, just kind of in random open fields next to some houses and further away from the houses.
And if you come real late, like I guess y'all didn't see, but the highway, whatever highway that is, I can't remember, but they were parked for a good mile on each side of the highway on the
Okay.
entrance.
So they're just parking on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
side of the road. Okay.
Yes.
Which that's a lot of people who went to that thing.
Yeah, it gets. I mean, it was packed. That's why I generally recommend to go earlier in the year. But now you've got one weekend, so we're going to get this out there earlier, so
Yeah.
you can hear it for your last weekend.
There are no max numbers according to their website. They are in a county that doesn't have restrictions currently as far as sizes or any other requirements at this time. So FYI, keep that in mind. So we were there and we got. So we were fortunate enough. Shout out to Scream Hollow. We had won Wolfpack tickets. So I had to go to the front and ask them, like, show them my Instagram messaging and show, hey, we won these tickets. Here's this wolf pack. And somebody came by and gave us those tickets. And as y'all recall, the wolf pack gives 4 people the right to enter all the haunted houses and see the band.
Yeah. And what was your purchasing experience, Jack?
It was actually regular, just buy it online. It's pretty straightforward. They give good descriptions on what to buy and where for what days.
Did you show them like a QR code, or did you also do a will call and grab physical tickets?
It's QR code, but it's just like everything else, like the barcodes. You can. I have a habit of the digital tickets.
Mhm.
Just take a screenshot on your phone and they just scan it,
Okay.
and that way I don't have to like dig around in my email and try and find it.
And then I'm pretty sure they gave us all physical tickets where they ripped the corners to indicate how
Right.
many attractions you've been to.
Yeah, you get the little cardboard ticket with the little corners that they rip off.
And I guess in theory, if you loved one attraction, you could do it 1 to 5 times instead of going to the other ones.
I mean, yeah, in theory, you can just do
all hayride all night.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of hay rides.
Yeah.
Not sure how it works. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. But if you want to experience all the things, you'd want to go to all 5.
And actually, we added to our experience. Our other friends that joined us that night, we bought extra tickets to go into the museum.
Yeah. So
upon entering, we went first into the what was it called? A haunted museum.
Yeah, and I think they started that last year. I don't know because wasn't able to go. They were.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
No, I
And
wasn't
so I
there.
think it's a new as of last year. They used to just have some stuff in the gift shop, but now they have 2 buildings
Mm-hmm.
with all this haunted stuff.
Yeah,
It's like
haunted artifacts from around the world.
Yeah,
their
movie
histories.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah, that looks like some movie props.
Yeah.
right. And that is extra. You pay for that at the entrance of the haunted museum.
Yep.
And there you are able to take that extra tour.
Yeah.
So,
$9 a ticket if you're interested.
yeah. And after the tour, we entered what was it called? The Wicked Maze? Wicked Darkness. The maze.
Yep. But can we go back to the museum?
Okay.
We did it first. If you're on a busy night, you'd probably want to do it last.
That's some good advice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you'd want to do it last. If it's not a busy night, you go a Thursday or you go early in the season, do it whenever it
And
feels
we were
right.
there at 7 p.m. So that's like as soon as it opened. And
Yeah,
it was
we went
already
straight in.
crowded. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a pretty good call.
Yeah. And then I think we had food and drinks before we actually did anything after the museum, right?
Good point. That's right. Yes.
Yeah. Our other 2 friends hadn't eaten, so they stopped and ate some food.
Yeah, it also gave us a chance to look at the drinks and see what the menu options were.
Yeah, which they got rid of your favorite
They
drink.
did. I used to get the Hurricane because it was a 1 can, 12% alcohol. It cost like $1 more than the regular beers, so it was definitely the way to go. Didn't have it this year, so everything was pretty similar.
Yeah. And as far as like food, it's like typical carnival food.
Yeah, typical carnival food, typical carnival prices.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And
And they sell out fairly quick, so if you're going to eat, I guess eat early.
Which is actually kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be such a big deal early in the season. They probably have a set number of food each night.
Oh yeah, but when they get closer to Halloween and
Yeah, they're
mega
just
busy,
like, who knows? Question mark, how many people are going to eat?
We also took the chance after eating to take a restroom break. Their restrooms are very clean, very well taken care of. I know y'all are looking at me weird right now, but that matters to us ladies, just so y'all know. And so I was pleasantly surprised to see that.
Well, that's good the ladies were. There was just so many guys going through
Okay.
the men's that there
I would
was.
actually say the men's was not taken care of very well.
Yeah,
Ooh,
just
okay.
because I'm sure like people were just flowing through there, and there was
Okay.
always a line for the men's too. So
Okay. Yeah. Well, the women's one was okay. And then at that point we went to the wicked the wicked house, or what was it called?
Wicked Darkness.
Wicked
Wicked
Darkness.
Darkness.
The maze.
yeah, and that's the one we always start with.
Why do we always start with that one?
Usually we get there and it's still sunny and it's the dark one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so you go in and they have a room with like pitch blackness. So
Nice. Yeah.
Because this was the first time for me to go, but that's a pretty good concept because if you get there,
yeah,
because a lot of the houses have outside trail.
yes,
And
almost all of them besides that one.
yeah,
I guess it's all technically outside, but that one's dark.
one, is enclosed completely, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that was a good one to go through at first. Do you remember anything else that stood out about the maze?
It was a little bit different this year. I've gone to quite a few of them except for that one, but it seemed like different. They had like this one inflatable room and they didn't have it inflated all the way.
Right.
Where you have to squeeze through a hallway and some big puffs, but it
Yeah.
was
And I actually really like that concept, and I'm sad I didn't get to see it like y'all did.
Yeah.
whatever
Super
previous years.
inflated.
yeah, where you have to actually like fight to push through.
Yeah, I remember last year I panicked so bad. I like was reaching forward and I ended up touching somebody in front of me because I was just like
Yeah, it was
trying
a
to get
different
out of
group.
there. Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't as inflated. I don't know if that's typical now or hopefully it
Yeah.
was just a malfunction that night.
It's probably like a thing where they had to dial it back a little bit.
Hmm.
And
It also wasn't very mazy to me,
no,
which I was kind of sad about. But I mean,
in that
gotta-
dark room, it was a
you got to
little
keep
bit.
traffic going
Yeah.
one direction. It's hard to do a real maze.
Yeah, definitely. You would just get like 15 people piled up in a
Piled
dead
up
end,
in a dead
especially in
end.
that busy night because they were
Yeah.
running people through pretty quick.
Right. They were.
It definitely seemed longer when we were gone before in the earlier season because you don't have to hurry as much because there's not people catching up to you and you're not really chasing anyone.
Oh yeah, and of course people aren't paying attention. And
Yeah.
just walk up on you.
So it definitely felt shorter. Like all of them felt shorter this year. But yeah, like when you can go and take a little more time when it's less busy, it definitely
Mhm.
felt more mazy.
And after that, did we go see the Coven house? The witches?
Yes, the
Yeah.
Coven, the Coven
Okay.
house, Coven of Terror, I think.
Yeah, and we got in line right away, right? Afterward?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
The lines were moving pretty fast.
Yeah,
They
real
were-
fast, which is a trade off once you get in the houses.
Right, that's true.
Because we had people as we were going through just like right up on top of us almost instantly. Like they didn't care about their experience.
That's true, and that is a little bit different from years prior. And I
Mhm.
think it's something they're struggling with, trying to handle their success as they're growing.
Yeah.
And so, because, yeah, I remember just being, I didn't know whether to go faster or go slower because there was a group in front of us, there was a group behind us.
Yeah. Well, you've got to manage your own experience. So I'd always recommend slowing down a little bit to keep a little pace because it allows the actors to reset.
But Jarrett, the anxiety. I'm in a
guess.
haunted house. I want to get it over with. I want to get the scares and walk away.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, but if you do give the group ahead of you a little bit,
Mhm.
it brings you back into the experience. Because if
That's
you
true.
just see someone in like a random bright white T-shirt and you're just like, oh, he's not part of the thing.
Right.
Yeah. So it gives you a little bit of time and it lets the actors reset, hopefully, if they've got the time.
For sure.
And so what is the Witchins Coven about besides witches?
I mean, I don't know what else to tell you other than it is about the witches. It's the website says, let's see, hold on.
Definitely a lot of occult style.
Yeah, there was some of that.
I think there was some like Wendigo-esque stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you saying this one to go, but I was like, oh,
It's a
Uh,
haunted mansion, really, is what it feels like.
okay.
Yeah, definitely the first chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you go outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then it comes something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they do a good job of bringing that haunted mansion feel to it. And you're out there and it goes into the creepy woods that you're out in Bastrop. And that's generally one of my favorite ones.
That one.
Uh-huh.
And then we finished that one up. And then what happened?
I'm trying to recall. Do we go into the asylum next or the slaughterhouse?
I think we went straight into the asylum.
I thought we took a bathroom break. I thought me and David.
Did we?
Yeah.
We might have taken a small bathroom break. I mean, that's just a small, like 5 minutes? I don't remember stuff like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah,
And-
so we took a small break and then went to one of the other ones.
The asylum.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's your typical somebody like your old school asylum people are loose and a bunch of crazy violent stuff is going on.
Yeah, they have like random surgery and medical stuff spread around. So that's what you're looking at there. I think this one might be the largest outside, or it might be the slaughterhouse has more outside stuff.
I think it might be in this one.
Yeah.
About the asylum.
And so this one in previous years, I know that, you go through a bunch of different little sheds. Am I remember that correctly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like outside to a shed, outside to a shed.
Right.
But I think this one used to have a car that honked. Am
I'm
I
not
lying
sure.
about that?
I don't remember that.
There we did walk through like a gas station
Yeah.
style area.
I want to say one of those cars used to honk, and it always got me because cars hitting you is super scary in real life and
Yeah.
fake life.
And, just wandering through the woods and it's quiet.
Yeah.
Car honks are pretty loud.
Yep.
Definitely creepy anyway. It was just, that very violent, sometimes very dark scenarios, and you have people just all sorts of frights. You have the people that are just very you can hardly hear them whispering at you. You have people that are very clearly violent and they have no qualms about telling you how they're going to slice you into little pieces.
Did you go first on this one, Linda?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, because I think everyone else was me and
Mhm.
Sierra.
And then, so that's the asylum. I don't remember too many people, scare actors in this one.
They
Yep.
definitely had a lot of props,
a lot of props. In this one, I noticed they didn't have time to reset.
Yeah, I remember that, but I just remember less here than the other ones, but I could be misremembering.
Actually, this one might have had more
Really?
actors. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't remember as many, and I don't remember as many being like medical themed or asylum themed.
No, I definitely remember at least 2 actors in one shed. So I agree with Jack. I felt like
Yeah.
there were more actors in this one.
Maybe so.
Yeah, because it was also a lot more open because it was outside a little bit more.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
maybe we just did more walking in between. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we finished up.
Yeah, we finished up with the slaughterhouse.
No, asylum. And then we
Oh,
went to slaughterhouse, right?
After we finished up, we went to slaughterhouse.
What is that one actually called? Just slaughterhouse?
Slaughterhouse 2, Lunatic's Revenge.
So there was a first slaughterhouse.
I don't know.
I'm guessing they did change things up this year, but this one's like basically somebody went crazy and killed, started killing people. So there's that.
I mean, it was very clown themed.
Yeah. It's like a mix of, I think.
Slaughterhouse and clown.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw, like in the barn.
Yeah.
Bloody, gory, and then clowns.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember as many clowns last time, but who knows
Yeah,
if
no.
that's a true statement or not.
It was definitely creepy, especially if you don't like clowns.
Yeah.
I mean, does anyone like clowns?
And so the one thing I remember about the entrance is it's a lot more like fenced off where they run you through. And before it used to just be like
random squiggly line.
Yeah,
out front.
just like with the I forget the technical name, but just the rope kind of blocking you off. But these
Oh,
are
yeah.
like real fences separating people
Yeah,
this year.
they did. It was like real fence.
So I wonder if this is like the one that they put the most effort into. I think it might be, but I don't know for sure.
Maybe it's the original. or
Yeah.
The first
It could
one.
be, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I do remember being scared away as I walked away or ran away. I'm not sure.
And they used to have a lady that was hanging at the beginning that everyone took pictures with, and she
Yeah.
was not.
Jarrett missed her.
Yeah. It was just some, I don't know, fake naked lady hanging there.
really?
Yeah. And I assume that people are upset because families and stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, if you go to a place like that, you have to assume it's not safe for family.
Yeah, to some degree.
Except they have family nights on Sundays.
Yeah. Well, America's weird. Gore and violence is okay, but nudity and sex is terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that weird line with American culture that just because she was like cut open or something, that's okay, but she's naked and that's too far.
Yeah.
It is a really weird part of our culture.
Yeah.
And they added a new attraction this year called Hell on Wheels,
It's a hayride.
a haunted hayride.
Yeah.
So I'd never been on a hayride before, so this was a new experience for me. It is a long line.
Mhm.
Oh, so long.
Yeah.
Just because, they take 20 people is what they said.
Something like, I think
On
I
a
counted,
trailer,
like
and you
20.
sit on hay bales. If you've never done it, a truck or a tractor pulls a trailer. There's hay on it. You sit, and then it drives along, and there's usually a narrator or something, and things jump out and chase you or just do general scary stuff. This was a very
Yeah.
slow moving one. Some of them, move fast over long distances and then stop, and then you get scared and things chase you. So this is just all slow speed.
Yeah, it's all slow speed. The premise is a native of the area is walking you through the history of Bastrop County, through the atrocities that were suffered by the natives. It do not expect it to be historically accurate at all. It's just mostly meant for it to be there for the
Entertaining?
scares. Yeah, entertaining. And you're seeing a lot of things that might have been creeping you out. Like not just ghosts, monsters, or things hanging out by graveyards. Other sorts of monsters
Definitely
out there.
very Native American skinwalkery
Yeah,
and
that's the big theme.
Wendigo, Native American stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did scream twice in that one.
good.
So you got your money's worth.
I got my money's worth.
I mean, if I had to do it again, I may recommend doing the dark one first, and then doing the hayride just as a breakup, and then to go back into the rooms. Or,
That sounds like
the
a
other
good,
one.
Yeah, that sounds like a
You know,
good way
because
to
it's
do it.
something way different and a different experience. Because you don't move yourself; they move you. So
Yeah.
Okay, and then we finished up our 5th attraction.
Yeah, and then at that point, Jared wanted a snack.
Linda had promised me funnel cake.
So, trying to keep my promise, I got in line to get him a funnel cake. The line was very slow moving.
Yeah.
So at that point, all our other friends said goodbye to us. And sure enough, as we're in the line, like they're telling us they're running out of this, they're running out of that. We finally make it to the front to order. We order a funnel cake. It
And
took
we were
another 20 to 30 minutes before we got
Yeah.
that funnel cake.
Dang, that took a while to cook.
Normally, they're pretty easy and quick to make.
Yeah, you just drop it in some oil and it's
Pull
pretty
it
much
up.
dumb.
Yeah,
Done.
but part of the issue is some people are ordering like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
So many funnel cakes.
Yeah, it is. And we were one of the last people to make it through. Like the park at that point had started running out of everything. So I think you experienced that too.
Yeah, we tried to get some poutine, which they have, which is kind of a weird fair food in the United States.
But, they were running out. It was getting pretty close to closing.
Yeah.
And they even chased some people out of line.
They did.
Yeah, we were one of the last people.
So I recommend eating beforehand before you go there. And if you're going to get snacks, get them early because they might run out later that night.
Yeah. And we didn't cover it, but they have a gift shop and they have a fortune teller usually.
Oh, yeah. They did have it.
I saw that online after looking it up and stuff,
Yeah.
but they didn't have it this time.
They did.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I just didn't see it.
They had it tucked over by the gift shop,
Mhm.
like to the right towards the attractions. If you're looking at the gift shop to the right, you walk back in a little area.
Oh,
and
wow.
they do fortune telling.
I didn't see that at all.
Linda's done it in the past.
Yeah, I didn't do it this year just because I had to wait for funnel cake.
Yeah. For,
an
you
hour
understand.
and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's way more buildings than what we experienced 2 years ago. They've been slowly building up. They've got like one restaurant, one snack trailer, and 2 bars. And sometime they had the one main stage that was playing, and they have enough space for a second.
Yeah.
They also have a fire ring, which wasn't going super hard, but it was chilly, but not cold. So they
had 2 fire rings.
Did they have 2?
Yeah, they had a smaller one up front when you first walk in.
That's true. They did.
So you can get warm if it's cold. I mean, it's Texas, so if you go before late October, chances are it's going to be hot, and you don't want any part of it.
So, fun fact, their hoodies are $35.
Oh, yeah, as Jack found out.
The wife made me buy one because it was kind of chilly and I didn't bring one.
Yeah. Rookie mistake.
It was.
So I think our takeaways are, okay, go earlier in the season. The sooner the better.
Yeah, if you want to avoid crowds. If you want to live up like hanging out with people and doing the big groups, probably hearing the more well-known local bands, go later. So, depending on what you want to do.
If you want to save money, Thursdays and Sundays are your nights to go.
Yep.
And if you want to get a wolf pack, make sure you get that early in the season too, because those sell out pretty quickly. And I would follow Scream Hollow on Instagram to know when those are going to go on sale.
Yeah.
What else?
They also do something Christmas in December if you're interested. Right. Maybe you like Christmas gore better than you like Halloween. So there's always the Christmas option.
Okay. Do the hayride probably first. Do the dark house first. and then do the hayride is probably a recommended schedule. And then you can do the Coven Mansion and the slaughterhouse.
Whatever order you do the other three probably is, kind of whatever.
Mm-hmm. And make sure it probably helps to eat before you get there.
Definitely, because it's, expensive.
Yeah.
Unless you just really want some poutine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're going to want those snacks, you better get them earlier rather than later.
Yeah. I mean, mostly just pay attention to how busy it is, make a judgment call based on how many people are there and how many are online.
Anything else?
I will say one thing I didn't like is that every house had a chainsaw room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is cool and all. I'm all about it, but it's the same thing in each one. I was kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do that, but I mean, that's a lot of places.
Yeah.
We got a House of Torment, and it's very similar there too.
Yeah, but don't they just have one long house?
Hey,
No.
he's just giving honest feedback.
No, yes,
That's
yeah.
what it is. And
But-
it's just, I agree. It's the chainsaw can get a little bit old.
Yeah, I think they break it into 3 now, 2 to 3. Like
Okay.
it's one big, warehouse, but you pop out 2 or 3 times and start another one.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
good. That's better than how they used to do it.
Yeah, which is one giant one. Yeah, I guess it allows for pacing a little bit better, so they can reset in theory.
Yeah, but I'm a big fan of it's Scream Hollow.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Scream Hollow.
I keep wanting to call it Hollow Scream for some reason.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite ones in the area. So
For sure. I agree. So thank you guys for joining us for today's podcast. Thank you, Jack, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And if you want to hear more about our adventures or see more about our adventures, including pictures of our visits at Scream Hollow, you are more than welcome to follow us on Instagram or Facebook. We are Adventures with BG. Those are the letters B and G.
if you like the podcast, make sure you subscribe. And if you could give us a 5-star review and iTunes or wherever you listen to this podcast, we'd greatly appreciate it. And it helps with our growth.
And as always, stay safe as you wander into the woods.